Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule of Waves 2 as Austria-Hungary, episode number I don't know. It's been a while since my last episode. I've gone on an entire vacation forced by the terrible defeat. Really, it was just a pure victory. Because it wasn't, technically a victory. The problem I see... Okay, so let's take a step back and kind of evaluate the situation here. We're in war with 3 people. Over time, it doesn't look like our submarines are going to have a real impact. So what I think is going to happen is if we pull all of our ships back into the Mediterranean, hopefully we can force engagements there. With the one concern being if they force any kind of invasion attempts, and I don't think that we're in range to be invaded by the Germans, but it's probably close. Know that these circles are, kind of a goofy thing. I mean, obviously you can't invade from Wilhelmshaven directly to Dublin by moving straight west, so I don't imagine they count for the... It's like as the bird flies rather than the distance you would actually go. It's fine. It's just a mechanic. It doesn't matter. It's just gameplay mechanic. Yeah. So a lot of comments. Let's see. There was several people, which there is a vocal minority thing, but I always look at the comments and try to treat them as representative of at least some portion of people who are viewing. And the portion of the people commenting were saying I was a little too harsh in the game. So first of all, I had an option to decline the battle that I accepted. I think that the battle generator is off its rocker, and it is a one-man development game. I don't really look at... you have to take that into consideration when you're thinking about how a game is going to be developed. I mean, if it's a one-man effort, then you just won't expect as much as a 30-person team. However, I judge mostly a game by its price. And Rule of Waves sits at, like $35, so it's priced itself at the same price point as games which are developed by many people. So I think that there's a little niche war game thing here. Look, this is practically a podcast which I'm starting. Let's not get into all of this. Look, if a game prices itself at $35, which I believe is what both Rule of Waves and Rule of Waves 2 are priced at, I think it's fair to judge it as a $35 game. Now, I don't know. War games just generally are kind of inflated in price. I would say almost the other way around. General games are deflated in price compared to war games. And probably war games actually have the right price. I mean, we get so much enjoyment out of these things. How many hundreds of hours have I played this game and I only paid $35 for it? The price per hour at this point is just small. Okay, now let me put that whole topic aside. So I don't mean to criticize too harshly. I mean to only criticize exactly the right amount, if that means anything. So I think the battle generator is broken. Part of my frustration, I wanted to say this other thing first. Part of my frustration is I have reached out to the dev team a few times about trying to help, provide, here's the solution I can provide. Unfortunately, I can't program the link. So as far as I know, what Frederick does is he programs in a very archaic language that had much promise some time ago, but has been kind of left by the wayside. I think not only by just people, but mostly because I think the development effort for that, or the software engineering effort to make it was... so he's coding in something which not many people are going to code in, and it's a one-man effort. I'm guessing he's very protective of it. He doesn't want other people to collaborate. I've offered several times, here, I have my solutions for, the AI wars, which they're implementing. And I also have this auto-resolve. Is there any way I can implement this into the game? Can you just have your thing call my thing? Is there any way to allow it as a mod so it's not even official, but just allow some mod support? I've exchanged some emails about this, but nothing has ever come of it. So that's probably also a source of frustration for me, buried deep within, is I think that you could even code up a better battle generator, but there's no incentive to do these more executable oriented. The mod scene is very... This is a damn podcast. Damn it. The mod scene is very... let me just hit next turn first. Do we need to do anything? Probably need to... So put a pin Tortuga in mod scene. We'll get back to that. Do we need to move ships around at all? Because I think I am going to just stay away from Northern Europe. Von Helm's Clam needs at least one helper there, so I'll just put a pair of heavy cruisers that can run away. That'll be great because we don't want to decline too many battles. The way I can see this war results lead slipping away, I was hoping that the submarines would have a bigger impact. They do not. This could slip away from us if we have to decline too many battles. And we're going to have to decline battles in Northern Europe. We're probably going to get into some unexpected battles, but we won't have to decline as many now that we're just going to be using heavy cruisers that can flee the battle scene right away. And we'll do that just to avoid declining battles. Problem for us is that we're down our 2 best battleships, and we're definitely not moving anything else out of the Mediterranean. What do we have in the Mediterranean is 12 15-inch guns. We lost, unfortunately, the 12 by 16-inch guns, which, yeah, it's a serious blow. So we'll mourn that. Yeah, I think we just move that. And what else is in Northern Europe from a destroyer standpoint? We have some Metterniches. We'll leave them there. I think that this is fine. The distribution, I'm going to say, is fine. We'll protect the Mediterranean so we don't get blockaded. That would be bad. So long as we're protecting that, we should be okay. Okay, cruiser action in a much more favorable location. Pretty close. So this could be 330 aircraft they have here. I think we'll accept and then just get the hell out of there. I hope that our bases don't launch aircraft. To me, it's another game bug that aircraft that can't possibly reach the battle scene are still being launched and crashing. Okay, this is even better. I didn't even look at the time, but it is... Oh, it's basically morning. That's not good, so we won't be able to hide under cover of night. But it also means this should start pretty close. We should start... yes. We should start pretty close together. As soon as we get control, I will probably shift us westward. I don't think we're going to actually try to fight this. Okay. So, I guess we will. They're going away? What the hell? Just have to know what we're up against here before we go. Light guns. This is interesting. We were avoiding torpedoes. Got pretty lucky there, it looks like. Beat the snot out of one heavy cruiser, and now we're just going to run. Oh, no! We're still avoiding torpedoes. Okay. Flee! We got our kill. Let's just go. And what we probably need to do is detach the... So she will go on her own way, but Von Helm's Clam will ride back in. This is it means Helm's Deep, and there was a funny comment from Gandalf, the proposer of this name last time, that he rode back in. The thing is, if Gandalf rode back into Helm's Deep, like Von Helm's Clam rode back to the battle last time, without a force at his back, it would have been a terrible defeat, just like we suffered. And Gandalf would have been despised for coming back and then basically leaving them all up a creek without a paddle. So Von Helm's Clam is, the survivor's guilt. That's what I expect that Von Helm's Clam has. So let's go ahead and move. Okay, how risky can we be here? How damaged are you? You're doing pretty okay. I'll slow you down to 16. And just get you, I'm going to draw a line away from this base, which is the closest air base. Now Von Helm's Clam can kind of have some fun. I think that Vesta is dead, and we're going to go after this Thetis as well. Knowing, or not knowing, but being pretty confident that there are aircraft inbound. Okay, good. We're switching over. Good. There it is. Just want a couple more hits, because here comes the heavy cruisers, which I don't want to fight. Alright, we're just going to shift. We got one, that's good enough. And let's just verify we got one. Yeah, got one. Good enough. This should be a victory. If not, at least we bled off. Oh. What's going on here? That could be the carriers. Now, the carriers are going to have to launch going north-northeast. So, well, we're being pursued by some people I don't want to be pursued by, I think. What are you guys? 10-inch guns, so they're bigger than ours. Lighter armor. Yeah, I think we'll just flee this one. I'm okay to do that. Just keep away from our other one. Are we fleeing? We're doing okay. Okay, just exchanging some fire. Ooh, wow, we got some good hits on the Hertha there. So, mod scene, as I remember now, I was trying to talk about. Mod scene is very well supported from the file standpoint. Frederick has done a good job leaving everything ASCII, human readable, so you can go and do it yourself. We might lose those float planes, but you know, it's not worth slowing down and stopping to collect them right now. Sorry, just tell them to motor on ahead and land, like, we'll go pick them up later. Or the Germans will, but, you know, that's just how it goes. How the hell did they find the Purgato? How the hell did they do it? How the hell did they do it? Remarkable. They haven't even been spotted yet. Am I crazy? Have you been spotted? Neither of these have been spotted. Okay, well, this doesn't bode well for Purgato. She is... You know, wow, she's actually... I mean, we look at this distance and it's like you don't really have perspective because the ship model, the ship drawings are actually larger than, you know, a real ship would be. They are 50 miles apart. This is a huge... We are 150 nautical miles from the nearest airbase. Yeah, they have a very good intuition about where to find us. Okay, so that did cause some damage. We're not going to launch more float planes. I'm going to try to pivot north into the open ocean more. And let me, go down to 20, maybe play with fire here a little bit. Try to draw the aircraft to myself. Yeah, so I think at this point we just run at fastest speed. And von Helmsklamm kind of runs... I think if you're far enough apart, they don't get drawn into the same air thing. I'm going to have this one kind of screen. Looks like we're going to be okay here. Just because I might miss the message, I'm going to slow her down. What the what? Okay. How is that possible that we managed to find a submarine in the middle of an entire sea? God, our luck is just not good. Alright, well, how are you doing? Yeah. Are you kidding me? How did they find us? Oh my god. Alright, well we'll just go this way. Oof. Sunk one. It's our victory. Joke's on them. I'm leaving this as fast as I can because I'm scared that the game's going to change its mind about something. Okay, studies of enemy aircraft have given us some performance data for the Russian flying boat. Look, we don't care about the flying boat, just make a frickin' dive bomber. Yikes. Alright, this is where we need to make up ground. Huh. Yeah, we just aren't. We're losing ground in the trade war. This convoy warfare is not in our favor. Northern Europe, Mediterranean. I mean, I guess we can put some of our... We have some of these Nikes here. I can put them on trade protection instead. And that will stop them from... Well, it'll help us in the Mediterranean. We just need to get out of this with a piece. It's kind of like that High Fleet game I'm playing now. Our goal is just to get a piece. Oh, so look at... Now, we did talk about... in my head, I knew... In my head, this was something I was going to say. Well, not all battles can be avoided. I think there was, like, somebody role-played a reason why we would be in the Baltic Sea. Like, potentially setting up an invasion if Sweden wanted to join Finland or something like that. It's a lot harder to justify why we would send out of our 2 remaining heavy cruisers in the entire Northern Europe area, why we would send them. It's trying to make a point. It's trying to make my point for me. The battle generator is broken. It's broken. It does not work. It's not compelling. This is no bueno. So after a couple months, our last, one of our heavy cruisers took all that damage and was sent for repairs. The Von Helm's Clam took apparently 1 torpedo from a submarine, which is a very dangerous thing. I mean, that could sink a heavy cruiser. But in our case, luckily it didn't. Now 2 months later, this thing has decided to wander. How it got by Germany is still a mystery. What it's doing over here, well, okay, I'm not going to say it. We all know this is preposterous. The only thing I can do is try to... No, don't even launch float planes. We're just leaving the moment we can. We need to pause as soon as we can. I'm looking in the bottom left to see when speed becomes something I can change. And then we're going to do a reverse course, max speed. Guess we'll head up this way. Head for the point. Okay. And there we go. Hopefully we get out without being spotted. What were we ever doing there? No idea. So the modding scene is pretty well supported from the perspective that a lot of the data files are not. Oh, you know what? We're just going to go up this way. And hide in the corner. Yeah, a lot of the data files can be edited by anyone. But there's not really a mechanism to help in any other way with the modding. I mean, that's kind of what you would expect, I would say. You would expect most modding to be editing of files. That's kind of like the definition. But I would love to have some kind of integration. What I'm asking for is difficult, and which is why I haven't really complained about it, because it's not easy to integrate a program into another program. That's, dangerous. And instead of looking at what I had done for the AI wars, not that it was very clever, they just redid it themselves. So that's just the way it's gone. Not too surprising. Just hurts little Tortuga's ego that he has done this and has wanted to give them this for a long time, and they decided to write it themselves. Okay, new docks are complete. We probably won't build them any further. The enemy has sent out feelers through neutral nations about negotiated peace without border changes or reparation. The Kaiser wants to know your opinion. Oh boy. Man, I almost need to pause and think about this. I might say we have to end this war. If I had my battleship still, would we still be fighting? I think so. And we don't have the money. It's odd that despite losing our 2 most expensive, largest battleships, that didn't really help our budget at all. What the hell am I doing with the budget? Also, the submarines aren't helping. I think we're going to say the Navy can fight on if needed. No. Okay, fire control, ship design. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're doing really well. they're still doing well in the Mediterranean. South Pacific, Caribbean, mostly in Northern Europe, which is that's not surprising. I don't know, somehow we're causing trade shortages in the US though. Maybe there is something that we're doing right. Okay, so maybe we can make this work. I think I was building more submarines too, right? Yeah, 9 more months. And we'll have 24 new submarines out. And they'll also be of higher reliability. Okay, well, push on. Perfect. This is actually what I wanted to happen. I'm so curious to see what auto-resolve does, but I'm also much more confident in my ability to win the fight. And these are kind of fun fights anyway. Alright, here we go. Wind is it's coming out of the north, so we want to head a little bit to the south. Don't let them get away. Okay, we landed the first hit. It's nice. Let's get our broadside going. There it is. We have hit our hull. They have... Oh, no, we hit them. No, we identified what they are. The Prinz Heinrich. 4 8-inch guns. Wow, enormous belt. 7-inch belt. Jeez. I mean, they only have 4 8-inch guns, so this is... Wait, what's their speed? I think that this is an easy win. Yeah, 25 knots. So we shouldn't lose to them, but can we actually beat them? This is kind of a funny thing. They are at about 10,000. At 10,000, we are penetrating... Well, we're penetrating 7 inches, so we are, in fact, penetrating her belt, more or less, at this range. Landing a lot of 9-inch hits to begin with, which is nice. 4-inch hits. Okay, we're going to go and turn only to our super firing. Still landing those hits. It looks like we're starting to... What? Why is she getting away? We are 5 knots faster than her. Oh, speed is limited to 16 knots by the weather. Well, that explains it. Are we actually going 16 knots? We are. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Well, it had to be that way, didn't it? We'll go down to 20. I don't know if it makes any difference, but let's not burn our engines out since we can't go any faster anyway. Yeah, they're actually getting away, even though they've been making little maneuvers left and right. Now we're going to get this bizarre situation where they... Okay. Is it still... Is it 18 knots? I'm going to go up to squad max just in case we ever get a chance to go faster than 18 knots. My goal will be to pursue this angle. Looks like they're heading back to German ports in this direction. So I'm just going to keep going on this direction. I'm going to hope that we... Wow, visibility is so bad that we don't miss them. Everything just had to go just right for them to escape there. But it did. Well, send out my airplanes, right? That's what we should do. It's a victory. I guess that's something. It means that we'll be able to fight that cruiser again if we go back to war with the Germans. Hey, it's a dive bomber. What the heck's that, guys? Did you know that such a thing as a dive bomber existed? We sure don't. No. Okay, we have an improved fighter. It's much better. Yeah, I think a lot of this means more to me. The speed especially means a lot. Oh, it can actually carry bombs now, but that's not a big deal. Lost 2 destroyers. That's surprising. Patrolling ship thwarts. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we thwarted some attempts to raid. Look at it. If we're down in the victory points by a small amount, that's okay. The main thing is we don't want to be like super far behind, that they're making up the gap in victory points. Because right now we're winning the war, which is amazing. I mean, look at it. We're getting technology from the war. It's saying that our studies of the enemy's whatever are giving us technological advancements. We're also getting a lot of technological benefits from the British, which, thank God, are still willing to entertain a technological exchange, despite the fact that, obviously, the tensions are quite high with them. Okay, we just got decreased drop in accuracy from turning, which is fantastic. We got better invasion capability. What? And we lost the von Marcotts due to a mine in the Mediterranean, which I protest. Could happen, I guess, but as far as I know, we have like a whole group of minesweepers on active fleet and trade protection. We actually have more minesweepers. Got quite a few minesweepers. The Mediterranean is our home. Well, I guess it is also German home. Yeah, you know what? It would be, if we end up winning this war, there's nothing we can really get from any of the aggressors that we would want as far as territory goes, except for, I think, the Mediterranean holdings of the German Empire. Better pre-battle enemy strength assessment. Okay, the submarines are doing something, so maybe we just gotta keep pumping. If we can force a collapse, man. I don't know if our submarines are causing this tension increase, but I don't like it. We've benefited a lot from the tech trading. Okay, this is 960. Because it's 960 points, I kind of have to accept. But it's going to be a huge battle, supposedly. Battle cruiser. Well, I should have aircraft nearby. I have some in Egypt, right? Oh, good. They declined. Alright. Because we accepted those, we could decline this one. But hey, this is... I want to accept this one. No, I'll decline this. 400 victory points for some... Well, it's a cruiser action. I trust my cruisers. Okay, got tons of victory points because they declined. Examination... okay, some more stealing of enemy technologies. And we have increased air capacity of carriers because of deck park. I also should go back and look at our aircraft types. What are we researching right now? Maybe nothing? Okay, please, for the love of all that is good, a dive bomber. Make me a damn dive bomber. How long has it been there? I don't know. Ugh. And we also see the monthly balance is slowly coming up. What is it being spent on, though? So we have this new destroyer, which is pretty powerful. That'll be great. It's a Python. Interesting. What else do we have? We have one more of these heavy cruisers. These are great heavy cruisers. Very happy to see it. Yeah, I'm very happy with these heavy cruisers. They're perfect, I think. 30 knots is all we need from them. They have good dual-purpose guns. Some minor anti-aircraft to protect them themselves. And then obviously just the power of their... is it 12 or is it... I think it's 12 9-inch guns, right? Yeah. I like it. I really like this 4 triple turret configuration. Which should be obvious considering it's basically all I've employed the entire time. Even before we had super firing turrets. Okay, cruiser action. I have to be a little bit careful about this one since we've seen that doesn't necessarily go our way. I'm going to decline this one. We'll accept a convoy defense here because we know that they'll decline. I don't know what the hell the battle generator is thinking there. And there it goes. Another turn. Whoops, I somehow double-clicked there. Didn't see the middle message. You go back and frame by frame that one and figure out what it is. If anybody does, let me know in the comments. Oh, wow, we sank. I feel really bad for them. That happened in Northern Europe. I don't have that many mines in Northern Europe, do I? Let's look. I have... Okay, in Northern Europe I have 4 ships with 12 mines. No, 5 ships with 12 mines. I don't think minesweepers carry... I don't think the corvettes carry mines. That's it. Wait, no. Well, yeah. Yep, that's it. We do have a lot. See, that's what surprises me, is that we have so many mines in the Mediterranean. We should be sinking any vessels there with mines, or at least causing some concern. Let me go to air groups. Let's figure out what's going on. Which base here? Yeah, so we have 20 flying boats at Alexandria and Port Said. Let's get Alexandria into... Let's make it into a real base. The thing is, we don't need it to be as soon as we take Rhodes. I don't know. I guess battles could happen over here at any point in time, but Alexandria should be a safe one. It should be able to help with like multiple different battle locations. Okay, so go over Egypt. Yeah, let's do it. Expand that one. Air groups wise, we have Alexandria and Port Said. Yeah, we just have 20 flying boats in each. All that stuff should also be helping with submarine warfare. Okay, cruiser action in Iceland. Now technically I think we have a big airbase here. So, against the US. That'll be interesting. I accept. Challenge accepted. And this is, I think, a real challenge. First I want to see... I'm actually going to be intelligent and control this one. Okay. Don't need to scout that far. I don't even think we can scout that far. Let's bring this down a little bit. Whoops. So I only have 4 float planes. It's a little strange to me that we try to send out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that. 141. No, 141. 2. And let's go 240. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, you guys can figure it out which one you want to take. I don't expect we're going to find anything. And our main thing is going to be suck them back in towards our port, use our air bases. So we're going to get a lot of help, I think. So I forgot to look at the air. I started opening this. We have flying boats. We have 13 available here. Belfast, that is not helpful. This is what we're looking at. Some recon from flying boats. We have 18 that are not ready, and another 9 that are not ready. Not bad. Okay, that's okay. That's bad. I'm probably gonna have to call this video to an early close as well. Just got back from some trips out. Do I want to fight? Do I want to let my aircraft do it? I really want to let my aircraft do it, honestly. Guess we need to at least identify... Whoa, okay. What do we have? If I'm not seeing... Yeah, let's go for it then. By the way, we not only see this, but supposedly our information is related to the air bases. Looks like they should be running right over that. So we're just going to keep the speed up. Get some broadsides going here. Do as much damage as possible. what the heck? That is not... It can't be a Corvette. There it is. Raleigh light cruiser. I think we've misidentified her. Oh, they have battleships here. Wow. It's not entirely unlike the US to bring a battle cruiser or a battleship to a heavy cruiser fight. Nonetheless, it's not something I'm interested in participating in. So I'm just trying to sneak off as many hits on the Raleigh here until we get targeted by the heavier ships. And when we do, we just pull right on back. But I'm not seeing... There it is. So they're starting to engage. We don't have any IDs on them. Oh, it's the Germans here are here as well. So they have 6 10-inch guns. We could deal with that. And they also have here the Chester class, which is... Wow, something we can deal with as well. Nice. Okay, we're faster than everything here. Now, we are up against, what is this? 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 heavy cruisers, which is actually means that their scouting report was correct, which is a miracle, not expected. It looks like we're switching fire over to the Hertha. Well, she does have lighter armor, and especially at max range, we're probably hitting the deck. It's very thin. 1.5 inches, would we be penetrating 1.5 inches, though? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. We'd have to be at 16,000, which I doubt we are. We're at 17,000. Okay, I stand corrected. We can penetrate even their deck armor with our 9-inch guns. Alright, pass through hit. That's all I needed to see. We're just turning right around, and hey, turning is not as impacted right now, so we should be okay to turn and dance around, do whatever we want. Let's wait for the flying boats to get here. Wow, we're doing some good amount of work on the Chester here. And she is heavily armed, armored, but not heavily armed. But not even heavily enough armed if our belt hits would be penetrating. Oh, there it went. Okay, what was that? So one more 9-inch hit. And then just 2 4-inch hits. Lots of 4-inch hits. Chester's being pummeled with a small fire. Well, I mean, hey, a 4-inch gun is still not small. It's just small by the belt armor, arrangements of these cruisers. I wouldn't want to be hit by a 4-inch gun. If we had torpedoes, it'd be perfect. Hey, it'd be nice if we had any destroyers. Oh, well, I had a temporary cut in the action there. So I'm returning without a clue of what my train of thought was. Looks like the Chester is starting to... No, this is actually the Hertha that's starting to land some hits on the Purgato, which I get nervous about because I'm actually somehow carrying memory of the previous battle of the Purgato with me. I keep thinking like, oh no, she's already damaged, don't kill her. But she is, well, I mean, she is getting slightly damaged, but not that badly yet. We did land an 11-inch blow. Okay, well, that's not a great turn for us, but hopefully we can dish it out as... Are we on fire? No. Hopefully we can dish it out as much as we're getting it. Now, I was also thinking that the flying boats we're going to send, which maybe this is the flying boat. Yeah. 18 of them. I don't know if they're going to do anything. Also, they look like they're going up here. So let's hopefully draw the forces up here. We are landing a ton of hits against the Hertha as well. That was a good change of pace. I'm going to keep dragging them up here, because that's where our flying boats are going for some mysterious reason. So let's go down to like 24 knots. Just to make it easier for them to catch up. Hopefully our flying boats will see us. We're almost in sight range. We are now in sight range. We are definitely within sight range, and this is naval floor, sea level sight range. I imagine aircraft sight range is slightly larger. So will they find us? I think so. I remember the one time that my yeah, they're turning nicely. I remember this one time when I had this battle, a light carrier versus a light cruiser. I had the light carrier. I remember it was just bizarre because my light carrier actually launched a naval strike. This is when the game was first launched. I don't know if the code has been updated since then, but I had a light carrier in range, in visual range of a light cruiser that launched some dive bombers, or torpedo bombers, I think. And they didn't know, they weren't able to find the ship. It was actually in visual range when the carrier launched its aircraft, and they couldn't find it. Oh wow, so this is actually very effective. Surprisingly so. Chester's getting hit by some bombs. Now what bombs are these guys carrying? Well, we're only 90 nautical miles, so they're probably carrying them on heavy bomb load. I would love to know what kind of bombs they're carrying. That's something I think we're only going to find out after the fact. But this is obviously a very good start. Wow, more bomb hits, and it's on the Chester again. Well, it's nice to have a turnaround is fair play, right? It's nice to have a little bit of payback for all the terrible things they did to my ships. Those bombs might not have done much if they were light bombs, even if they weren't light bombs. Chester has a 2-inch deck. But I think we have been landing lots of hits. This was 3 9-inch shells hitting the rear Hertha here. She has 6 10-inch guns, and then she has 14 6-inch guns. Now we went for the 4-inch guns for our secondaries, which was an interesting decision. I think that it's actually something I really like. I would prefer 5-inch guns. I don't think you want 9-inch dropping down to just 6-inch though. You want dual-purpose guns, and 6-inch guns won't do. Another 10 flying planes are actually approaching here. That's pretty cool. Not only is it good by itself, but it's also good because it forces them to maneuver, which I should be able to take advantage of. Yeah, we are actually just... These flying boats are just getting lots of damage in. Much to my surprise. 2 more heavy bombs on the Chester. She's on fire. Front turret is destroyed. Rear one disabled. We'll just rake her. Chester, 4-inch guns. My suspicion here is that we are going to be able to take out the Chester and maybe even get the Herthas. Doubling back, that's going to make any torpedo attempts from those destroyers a little bit more in vain. Now, although we're running out of ammunition, we don't need to land blows as much as I think we need to make sure we follow them for our flying boats to reload and come at them again. The longer the Chester's on fire, the better. That's just a ticking bit of structural damage. Although I think we are going to have to slow down to get our float planes back. I am going to try to maintain the wind advantage, which means staying to the north. Even if we don't end up sinking as many aircraft, or as many... Even if we don't end up sinking as many vessels, I'd rather stay safe. Okay, Chester's down. Fantastic. 1 down. Let's just turn off for 10 minutes our gunfire. and charge at the rally, which I think we've already done a fair amount of damage to. Regato is taking some hits here. Let's see, how bad is it? Okay there. Von Helm's Clan is doing really just quite fine. We're close to port, so it's not too bad. Even if we have some flooding, I think we can get to port. Although, boy, things are really starting to go south. I'm curious what this is, because why is it going so slow? Oh, well, it's a destroyer, which is probably about to, yeah, see its last. Okay, let's cease firing for a little bit. It's obviously a dead destroyer. We're probably ain't gonna end up targeting the rally then. Is it just enough for us to go after the rally? No, I don't think so. I think we need to pursue the others. Okay, we're still attacking that one. Our squad max is only 26 now, but that should be more than the German battleships. I can't remember. So, hold for another 10 minutes here, just so we can get better into position. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's hold for another 10 minutes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is good. Go ahead. I think this is the right range. And look at that. Starting to land hits right away. We're able to conserve some ammunition there. Hertha's getting blasted. The 9-inch guns as well. She's on fire, apparently. Indeed. Anyways, we're going to have to call this battle to a close here. I thought we'd actually just finish it, because we're very close to finishing it. But we'll have to resolve it, just finish it up in the next episode. For now, call it to a close here. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and take care.